श्री गणेशाय नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री सीतारामचंद्राय नमः। Ram Vijay, chapter 15 onwards. After Shurpanka informed Ravan about all that had happened, he immediately called upon his uncle Marich and said to him, "You see, Ram has killed Trishur, Khar and Dushan and disfigured Shurpanka. If this enemy is allowed to go unnoticed, he will even kill me one day or the other. I have therefore made up my mind to carry off Sita his wife to Lanka and kill Ram and Lakshman. Please therefore be a beautiful Haran, that is a deer, and frolic at the Parnakutika of Ram. And when he comes with his Dhanushyaban to kill you, run to the heart of the forest. Ram will pursue you, and as soon as he is separated from Sita, I shall carry her off to Lanka." "It is sinful to covet another man's wife," replied Marich, "and if you carry her off, you will lose your life and everything. I therefore advise you to change your mind and attend to your affairs." At this advice, Ravan got enraged and said, "It is a bad thing to advise me that way. It is your duty to help me on such occasions. I therefore command you to come with me and do what I tell you to do." Whereupon Marich accompanied Ravan to Panchvati with the greatest reluctance. On their arrival there, Ravan stood behind the thicket near the abode of Ram and his uncle, forming himself into a stag, played tricks in front of it. Sita saw the stag and said to Ram, "Dearest, look at that stag. What a beautiful creature it is. I wish I would get its skin for my waistcoat. Please take this Dhanushyaban and kill it for me." To comply with the wishes of his wife, Ram took up the Dhanushyaban and aimed at the stag. The animal began to run, and Ram went after it. When he went far off from the Parnakutika, Ravan, who was standing behind the thicket unobserved, imitated the voice of Ram and cried out with a view to separate Lakshman from Sita. "Lakshman, help me! I am in distress." Sita heard his voice and said to Lakshman in alarm, "Ram is in distress. I have just heard him cry out for help." "You need not be afraid," Lakshman said. "No one can hurt Ram. I am sure some demon has done the mischief with some bad motive." "Is this your affection towards your brother?" exclaimed Sita. "While Ram is actually in distress, you refuse to help him. I think you wish your brother's death and marry me after him." At this accusation, Lakshman shed tears, and having drawn a line around the Parnakutika with his Dhanushyaban, said to her, "I am now going to help Ram. Look at this line. I beg you not to go beyond it, and if you go, you will be in distress." So saying, Lakshman left the Parnakutika with his Dhanushyaban and went far off. Ravan disguised himself as a fakir, that is an ascetic, and peeped at Sita through the door of the hut and cried out in a plaintive tone, "Is anybody in? I am a fakir here and dying of hunger. It will be a great meritorious act if someone comes out and gives me something to eat." Sita, who was full of kindness, came out and said, "Please sit down there. Ram will be presently here, and as soon as he comes, he will attend to your wants. I shall not live until Ram comes here. If you give me something to eat now, I shall bless you." So saying, he threw himself on the ground and pretended to be worse. Sita was alarmed and crossed the line, when Ravan immediately caught hold of her and said, "Do not be alarmed. I am Ravan, the king of Lanka. I am now going to take you to my kingdom. Quietly follow me." Sita rolled on the ground and violently cried, imploring him to leave her where she was. Her tears and entreaties did not move him in the least. He seated her in the chariot and set out for Lanka. Sita all the time cried aloud the name of Ram, which Jatayu heard and went to her rescue. Jatayu said, "Ravan, I command you to set Sita at liberty. If you disobey me, I shall instantly kill you." "Who are you?" asked Ravan. "And what do you have to do with this lady? You fool, go and mind your own business." Jatayu insisted, and Ravan let off arrows at him. The bird cut off with his bill all the arrows of the demon king, broke the head of his charioteer, and killed his horses. Ravan alighted when the bird pounced upon him and pulled off his hair. He was alarmed and stood there bewildered, not knowing what to do. The bird broke his chariot when the demon king said, "Speak the truth. Just tell me how you will die. Then I shall also tell you how I will die. Jatayu, who was a simpleton, replied, If you pull off my wings, I shall die instantly. Then Ravan said, If you break my toes, I shall die in no time. As soon as this secret was disclosed by Jatayu, Ravan went to catch him. The bird broke one of the toes of his enemy when the latter pulled off his wings. Jatayu, saturated with blood, fell there rolling, and the demon king, taking Sita on his shoulders, proceeded to Lanka. When he reached the hills called Matang, 5 powerful monkeys, Sugriv, Nal, Neel, Jambavant, and Maruti, who lived there, found the ornaments thrown by Sita on the ground. Looking at the ornaments, Maruti said, Pity, some wicked demon must be carrying off a poor woman. I shall kill the demon and rescue her. So saying, he jumped in the sky, but in the meantime, Ravan entered Lanka with his prize and dispatched 18 huge demons to search and kill Ram. A few days after his return to Lanka, the demon king said to Sita, I beseech you to marry me. I am very powerful and I have made all the gods my slaves. There is not a single soul on earth who can equal me in wealth, strength, and valor. If you will be my wife, you will be very happy. You are wicked and a villain, replied Sita. You will soon die. I shall never be your wife. I loathe you. Be gone. Having heard these words of Sita, Ravan said to himself, Sita is very much excited, and unless she becomes calm, I shall not be able to win her heart. So saying, he placed her in the Ashoka Van and posted 5 crore of demonesses with her. His sister Trijata was their head and had to watch her with instructions to frighten her and make her marry him at any rate. The demonesses often showed their teeth and opened their hideous mouths as if they were going to devour her. But Sita was calm and did not heed them. Trijata, who was kind, encouraged her and told her not to frighten herself. There Lakshman joined Ram in the forest and informed him of what had passed between Sita and himself. Lakshman wept and Ram pacified him. They then returned to Panchavati and finding that Sita was not in the Parnakutika, they were alarmed and went in search of her, but they could not find her anywhere. Then they saw footprints of the demon and Sita. They immediately set out in search of Sita in the forest. On the road, they met Jatayu, who informed them of all that had happened. I, said Jatayu, mustered up all my strength and courage to rescue her from the wicked demon, but he cunningly knew my secret and he pulled off my wings and left me here in a dying state. So saying, Jatayu breathed his last. Ram grieved for him and performed the funeral ceremony of his death. The princes then proceeded on their journey. On the road, Parvati, the wife of Shiva, took the form of Sita and stood before him. But he did not receive her as he knew that she was Parvati. A little further on, a huge demon called Kaband, stretching his arms for some 18 yojans, 1 yojan measures 9 miles, and his head separated from his trunk, sat in the forest. Ram, having found that he was a demon, cut off his arms and killed the monster on the spot. Kaband was the son of Kashyap Rishi. One day he got drunk and frightened another Rishi, Sthulashir, who cursed him, saying that he would be a demon, but that he would be released from the curse when Ram would kill him. As soon as he was killed by Ram, he assumed his original form and stood before him. He said that his head was separated by Indra from his body with his Vajra, as he was performing a severe penance to enable him to take the kingdom of the god. Then on the way, Ram killed 18 demons whom Ravan had sent, and then came to the Pampa Sarovar, where Ram and Lakshman sat down for rest under the shade of a banyan tree. Here we complete chapter 15 and 16 of Ram Vijay. Shri Ramachandra Arpanamastu. Hari Om.